Greetings, folks. This is Volt, continuing the Mythos Busters Dream Eaters campaign play-along. Amanda Sharpe's solo journey is continuing, and now we're heading into the search for Kadath. Let's take a look at our opening upgrades. Opening hands. We'll get to that in a minute. We came into this quest for Kadath. We'll see in a moment. We came to this with a whopping 15 victory experience points to spend. I've spent 3 on charisma, so I can now have 2 allies on the board. So 2 lab assistants, or a lab assistant and a premium ally. Right now, my only premium ally is Randolph Carter, who will do for now, but that'll be changed later. Spent 4 points on a second cryptic research. Since a fast draw 3, it's good having once, it's good having twice. And I've dropped 1 copy of Dream Enhancing Serum to make room for that. I still have 1. I've taken a second momentum and dropped my other unexpected courage in its place. I have upgraded one of the scrolls of secrets to the level 3 seeker version. So this is the one that lets you look at the bottom 3 cards of a deck. You can discard a card, add 1 to its owner's hand, and top or bottom deck the remainder. As discussed before, this is useful both for drawing when I still need, if I get this early, drawing when I still need to assemble the various pieces of my kit, and then having it medium to late in a scenario, using it to stack the encounter deck to my preference. And then finally, the last 4 points, I've upgraded 1 perception to level 3, and I've upgraded 1, to level 2, 3 icons, level 2, and upgraded 1 overpower to level 2 as well. So let's delete these. Let's pop these upgrades into the deck. The campaign play-along contract for this one is Resolute Journey, where if you accept this contract, you have a different Agenda 2 called Sworn Pursuit instead of Agents of the Outer Gods. Let's take a look and compare the two. Sworn Pursuit has a doom track of 5, but -1 if the investigators found a way out of the underworld, which is us. So it's doom track 4 when you are playing the Dreams Within Dreams advanced route, which we are doing. Whereas the original Agenda 2 has a doom track of 9 and has this ability to resign when you are at any port. The resign action is not available on this one. So if I take this, I am committing myself to visiting everywhere as part of this quest. A shorter doom track also looks like just pure downside. We will see when this advances that it's not maybe as short as it looks, and really what taking this contract is saying is that I'm committing to going everywhere, just with some additional hardships in order to enable me to go everywhere without worrying about the entire scenario ending prematurely. We'll see as this proceeds. And Agenda 1 remains the same. Doom track of 7 can still resign on this first agenda card. Let's put this one back. We have our act, Kingdom of the Sky. We are going across the Dreamlands. We need to collect 2 clues and get to a port location in order to advance. We have, I don't know why I don't have clues on the board. I should, since everywhere in this scenario, all locations are veiled, meaning that they all start revealed, so you see the clues ahead of time. And as a scenario effect, if the location has no clues on it and you're there, you can, as a free triggered ability, flip it over and read and trigger what's on the other side. So I need this clue in Ulthar, where we start, this clue in Dilithleen. Dilithleen is a port. I can leave from here. I've got the Sky River and a pack of Vuniths between me and my goal. We also have Virgil Gray for this scenario. Virgil Gray, an ally, 1 health, 3 sanity. Whenever you uncover a sign of the gods, which are our goals in this scenario, to gather them up, I can exhaust him to... No, I don't exhaust him. I either draw a card, gain a resource, or heal a horror from him. And then normally he'd move to another player. Here it's just me, so he's always hanging around with me. Let's also add another ally slot. Okay. Seems good. And we, as ever, start with False Awakening, a doom on it. I'll need to test any skill 3 with an action to get rid of it, get rid of this doom. Not under immediate pressure, since we have a doom track of 7 on the first agenda. Right. So let's jump right into it. What's Amanda starting with? Well, we start right off with the level 3 Scroll of Secrets. So I talked about that helping me assemble my kit. And a lab assistant to draw more cards. That seems good. That seems good. A starting perception also on a location which is only Shroud 1. I mean, I may slap that down and investigate multiple times just to fill up my hand with cards. So let's put the others back. Another perception and enraptured. Okay. Seems fine. We'll start with that. Ulthar, Shroud 1. One Shroud, 1 Clue, and Veiled. We're not going to flip Ulthar. There's no reason to do so. Sky River doesn't have any clues, but when you leave it, you got to pass a Willpower Agility 2 test, and if you fail, you flip it, which you don't want. Pakavunis, 1 Fight, 2 Health, Evade 1, Swarming 1, so let's put a Swarming card underneath it. I can't use Ultimate Infestation, I don't think, to look at this card and decide whether it's the one I want to be the Swarming one or not, because we're still in setup, and a card can't trigger during setup unless it specifically says to trigger it during setup. And then Dilithleen, 3 Shroud, 1 Clue. I can spend an action and a resource to search the top 6 cards of my deck for an item asset. Not likely to do that. I mean, I guess I could look for if I get to here with 2 segments of Onyx and I'm really wanting the 3rd, I suppose I could try that, but I think we've got better things to do with our time. Shuffling counter deck, and let's begin. And I think we're going to begin. Well, we have to do our Amanda draw. Come on. Oh, a cryptic research. Good to see. I mean, I talked about spamming perception to get a bunch of cards. But on the other hand, I do have some cards I want to play. So maybe we just... Yeah, because I'd like to play Scroll of Secrets and Lab Assistant. Let's just put the regular perception under for now. And we can get the clue after we draw some cards. But let's immediately play Cryptic Research and draw 3 cards. Well, we get our weakness, so we'll throw that into a test. The Silver Key and Overpower. Okay, okay. Let's get some more cards. Let's play this Lab Assistant. Draw 2 cards. There's a segment of Onyx, my upgraded Overpower. All right, seems good, seems good. Shall we get this Scroll of Secrets online? Probably. Yes. Let's get that online and start using it to find our kit. So, we will exhaust, spend 1, draw our top... bottom cards of our deck. Well, there's another segment of Onyx, a Vicious Blow, and an Occult Invocation. So I will take the segment of Onyx, and do I want the Vicious Blow? It is a way of dealing with... I guess I will want to get that, because it is a tailor-made way of dealing with the pack of Vunits. Move in and attack it twice with Vicious Blow online. So we will top deck it. Cold Invocation in case another enemy shows up. I am aware that if I don't... if I leave the Occult Invocation on the bottom, then when I use Scroll of Secrets again, it's just going to show up again. I think more important, yeah, we will put Occult Invocation on the bottom. And we will put Vicious Blow on top. That's fine. And now, I am going to investigate. We are testing 4-on-1. We'll commit Whispers from the Deep to get rid of it so that we're 3-on-1. That does cover most of the bag. So let's see, we have 7 cards. Yeah, I don't need to play the segments of Onyx quite yet. Yeah, 3-on-1. Tablets of -2, so we pass. If you fail, you would have to either take a damage or a horror, put a doom in the agenda, as it is. So I draw a card, which is the Vicious Blow from Perception, Whispers of the Deep discards, and I get this clue. And then I am going to actually, I forgot I'm going to draw a card. I will play one segment of Onyx. No, I don't need to, because with Lab Assistant, my max hand size is 10. I don't need to discard yet. That's fine. Okay. The Vuniths do not hunt. They just sit there. We're going to upkeep into the level 0 Scroll of Secrets. Fine. Mythos. We are at 1+1 is 2 of 7. Make sure I shuffled this. What do we get? Prismatic Phenomenon. First time I draw a resource or play, costs an extra action. After I successfully investigate a location, instead of discovering clues, discard Prismatic Phenomenon. Now, what I don't know off the top of my head is, can I investigate at a location without clues to get rid of this? Because it says, instead of discovering clues, does that mean that there has to be a clue here for you to discover? I think the answer is yes, because I think it's worded the same as cover-up. No, it's not, actually. Cover-up is when you would discover one or more clues at your location. Let me check that real fast, because of course if I can get rid of it here where it's Shroud 1, that's all the better. We're going to pause. Let me check that. Okay, yes, I can discard Prismatic Phenomenon by investigating a location with no clues. It's not worded like cover-up. What it's worded like is burglary. And burglary, way back in the day, was ruled you can use this even in a location with no clues. So maybe that is something we do before we leave Ulthar. Let's do our Amanda draw. Randolph Carter. Let's discard Perception. And what are we going to put up? I could now do the triple perception, and I could use it to get rid of Prismatic Phenomenon, and while I'm here, get rid of False Awakening, and just really slam my way through drawing cards. Yes, I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we are going to investigate again. We are testing 5 against 1, so we're 4 up. We pass by 4, so instead of discovering clues, we discard Prismatic Phenomenon, and because of Perception, we draw 2 cards. Second Lab Assistant. There's our Obscure Studies. Okay. Now let's test off False Awakening. We are testing 5 against 3. I want to throw something else into this. Quite a few -2s. I'd like to get... Yes, let's throw into this the level 0 Scroll of Secrets and this extra Lab Assistant. I'm trying to pass by 2 so that I can draw 2 more cards. So I'm testing 7 against 3. We're 4 up. That's an auto-fail. Hey, I'd rather it happen on a test where the consequences don't matter that much. But I do think we're just going to do that again. Now I don't want to throw anything else into it. Yeah, so just 5 on 3. Well, actually, let's use Scroll of Secrets first. Let's again draw our bottom 3 cards. What do I want? I'll take the Enraptured. I am, of course, still trying to find my third segment of Onyx. So I want these other things. Vicious Blow is better than Occult Invocation for dealing with the Vuniths. But if another enemy shows up, meh. Let's put the Momentum on the top and the Occult Invocation on the bottom. Okay. And I took the Enraptured So, oh wait, nope, that's for investigations, isn't it? If I go to test off the false awakening, I'm not getting the charges. Let's just attempt this again. 5 on 3. Okay, we passed exactly. The doom goes away. This goes off to the side. I draw 1 card, which is that momentum. And we're at 11. I am going to spend 2 resources to play 2 of these segments of Onyx. Okay. All right. No enemies that do anything. We upkeep into an Unrelenting. Good. We're at 10 of 10 cards. Moving a little slow, but that's fine. We're at Doom Track 2 of 7. Our encounter card is an Inconspicuous Zoog. Suddenly the Sky River is a dangerous place. Swarming 2. So this card goes under it. And let's take a look at what this second card is. Oh, Cryptic Research. Well, I don't want that going under it. So we'll put this one under it instead. Put the Cryptic Research back. Inconspicuous Zoog. Fight 2, health 1 of 8/2. Spawns at a connecting location. Hunter and Swarming 2. When defeated, cancel any excess damage and move any of its remaining Swarm and Host cards to a connecting location exhausted. Okay. I think that means, well, let's do our Amanda draw, which is the Cryptic Research. We discard Perception. Units do 1 damage, 1 horror. Inconspicuous Zoog does a damage and a horror. Each of them. What I'd love to get, of course, is my third segment of Onyx, so I can get the Pendant of the Queen online and then like warp right past these bozos. I do think as it is, I am going to need to move in, because otherwise the Zoogs will hunt in on me, and nobody wants that. And punch the Zoogs hard enough that they run screaming back to Ulthar, and then punch these Vuniths, and while defeating the Swarm card means that the host will become a 3/2/3, I can still defeat that the following turn. I will take 1 hit, 1 damage and a horror from them this turn, but I think that's fine. So that's all a long way of saying, and indeed, maybe the following turn I put something up to evade, so that I can evade the remaining Vunith and leave the Sky River. So it's a long way of saying, let's put the triple Overpower up as our card this time. Yes. But before anything else, let's play Cryptic Research and draw 3 cards. Okay, Dream Enhancing Serum, a Practice Makes Perfect, an Occult Invocation. Right. What could Practice Makes Perfect nab me? Unrelenting. Second Vicious Blow. Well, let's move in as planned. Hello, boys. With the Sky River, the Inconspicuous Zoog engages. The pack of Vuniths engages. Let's punch the Zoog. We are testing 5 against 2 with Overpower. And yeah, let's maybe Practice Makes Perfect. I'm thinking about throwing momentum into this as well. That'd be 6 on 2. Practice Makes Perfect to get my other Vicious Blow. Or my other Unrelenting. Yeah, let's do momentum. So 6 on 2. And I will play Practice Makes Perfect. What's our top 9? Okay, I can take either Unrelenting or Vicious Blow. I can't help but notice that my third segment of Onyx is not here. So it is one of these swarm cards. I do want my cryptic writing. Let's take the unrelenting. Okay, so we're 5, 6, 7 against 2. We're 5 up. Ooh, we passed. Oh, I didn't do the unrelenting seal. All right, well, I forgot the draw. Okay, so what I wanted to do was seal the +1s and the 0s so that I could draw. And I didn't draw any of those tokens, so... right. So, right. 2 cards from the unrelenting draw, which is the occult invocation and the second vicious blow. But anyway, we pass by 1, so we draw a card from overpower, which is the dream diary. And we defeat 1 swarm card. And the rest of the Zoog runs to a connecting location, exhausted. So, I was going to send it back to Ulthar and then plan just to move and stay ahead of them. But if it's got my third segment of Onyx, I guess it doesn't matter that much. I have 5 cards in my deck. As long as I get out of here before I reshuffle my deck. I may be about to reshuffle my deck now that I'm thinking about it. So maybe I shove them ahead to Dilithleen. No, I may need... This next round, I'll want to evade the remaining Vunith, move, and then I'll be fighting this guy again. Well, no, I have enough actions to do that. Yes, let's put them over at Dilithleen. That might be a mistake, but it's what we are doing. Practice makes perfect discards. Unrelenting comes into my hand. Momentum discards. We passed by 1, so our attack on these guys, the difficulty is reduced by 1. So we are swinging 5 against 0. I'm going to have to discard some cards, but that's... I'm going to discard quite a few cards, aren't I? Yeah, it's fine. 5 on 0. Skulls are 0 because it's the number of signs of the gods that you've uncovered, which right now is 0. We have 1 evidence of Kadath from the interlude because the cats collected their tribute, and therefore we went to the temple, got 1 evidence of Kadath, but didn't get the other bonuses that can come with a cost if you parlay with the Zoogs and force your way into the temple instead. Point being, this, and I'm defeating the... oh, I needed the... I'm not thinking right. Yes, obviously I wanted to put the vicious blow into this so I could do 2 damage to defeat a swarm card. I plumb forgot to do it, but that was the plan from the get-go. All right, I gotta focus here. So this goes on the bottom of my deck. Right, that was my third action. Now the Vunith hit for a damage and a horror. We'll put the horror on Virgil Gray, and Amanda will take a damage. Okay. Right. These guys are exhausted. They do not move. We upkeep into another practice makes perfect. I have to discard 4 cards because I was trying to get to my third segment of Onyx, but it is unfortunately swarmed up in it. So, and also both my cryptic writings, they're just not getting drawn. I'll discard the Dream Enhancing Serum. I will let that pass, like loop back around. And then, let's see. I'll do the Practice Makes Perfect, because I think everything I could get is now in my hand or in the discard. And 2 more cards. I will discard 1 Occult Invocation. And I will discard the regular Overpower. Yeah, I think I'll discard. No, just in case another enemy shows up, I'll discard 1. I want the draw. No, let's do the Overpower. Fine. All right. Mythos. This guy readies. We're at 3 of 7 Doom. What do we got? Furtive Zoog. I do have more enemies, don't I? Swarming 1, fight 3, health 1, evade 1. And, all right, what card is getting swarmed? Sure, you can have Hypochondria. That's fine. Okay, so, Amanda draw. Cryptic Writings, which we can't play because it's not my turn. Overpower discards. Getting bogged down with enemies, which is a little unfortunate. Let's see. 2 health, 2 health. These guys are going to move in. I do just damage. This guy does damage and horror. If I evade, does this guy hunt? No, he does not. So I could evade, move. I will still be taking, then I take 2 damage and 2 horror. Which is quite a bit, damage-wise. I could let the lab assistant go. I think that is what I want to do. So that means I want to boost foot. So that means I think what I want to use, frankly, is my obscure studies. Since we already got past Whispers of the Deep, not too concerned about doing that. So yes, we'll put the obscure studies up. Okay, now we need to do some evading. Let's evade the Vuniths. With obscure studies, we're testing 5 against 1. -3 is a pass. They're evaded. Now let's evade this Furtive Zoog. Again, we are 5 against 1. -2 is a pass. They're also evaded. That was my second action. Third action, let's leave. So, we're testing... We can test agility or willpower. Either way, we're at 5. One of these really should be a Cryptic Writings, which I would really like to play. So I am going to commit an unrelenting to this. So we're 6 on 2. And this time I'll remember to actually seal the good tokens to draw 2 cards. There's Cryptic Writings. We'll play it to get 2 resources. 6 on 2. Cultist reveal another token. -3. We pass. So we move out without having to flip this. We do get greeted by Zoogs on the other side, who are going to hit us, but we will make do. Okay. Enemy phase. First Zoog attacks for a damage and a horror. We'll put a damage on Amanda and a horror on... I think I'm going to let the lab assistant go here. I'll have to discard a couple cards, but that's fine. And then the second one attacks, damage and a horror. That defeats the lab assistant. Okay. Upkeep. There's my third segment of Onyx. It must have been one of the swarm cards of the... under this guy, or under this guy. All right. Good. Finally. Excellent. Now, we do have to discard 3 cards because I let the lab assistant go. The Cryptic Writings. I didn't realize I still had an Unexpected Courage in the deck. I guess I only got rid of 1. That's fine. What are we doing this turn? Preferably smacking these guys so they go away, getting this clue, and leaving this place. So we'll discard. I only do 1 damage, and I have an occult invocation. We'll discard the vicious blow, and we'll discard. Since the deck's about to reshuffle, we will discard. Honestly, it might be an enraptured. It'll come back around. Yes, discard 1 enraptured. Okay. All right, Mythos. We're at 4 of 7. These guys ready, but they do not hunt. And our encounter card. Zoog Burrow. Has agility 3. For each point you fail by, add 1 swarm card to the nearest swarming Zoog enemy. I have no swarm cards to add. This is going to... this is going to whiff no matter what. Well, we're testing 5 on 3. +1 we pass anyway. All right, but now we reshuffle for our mana draw, which means we take a horror, which will go on Virgil Gray. Got the Enraptured back. Discard Obscure Studies. Oh, that missed the reshuffle. That's a little unfortunate, but it's fine. So what are we going to do? We're going to punch Zoog, investigate. I don't even need to punch Zoog. We could Segment of Onyx and then auto-evade it using Segment of Onyx. Yes, actually. Which means I'm going to put... We're going to put up Enraptured. Okay. First, we're going to play fast Segment of Onyx. 3 go away. And we've got Pen to the Queen. Good. And we are immediately going to use it to auto-evade this guy. And now we will investigate with Enraptured. We are testing 4 on 3. And let's see. I want more cards. You know what? Before we investigate, let's use the Scroll of Secrets to check our bottom 3. Now, since it's add to your hand and not draw, I can't take the Cryptic Writings and then immediately play it. What I can take is this Practice Makes Perfect. And... but then if I put Cryptic Writings on top, then I'll be able to draw it during my turn and get the resources, which is good. Yeah, I'm fine putting both of these on top because we're going to draw them both. Good. Okay. Now we investigate. We're testing 4 on 3. And yeah, we're going to play Practice Makes Perfect. No. If I play... No, hold on. Here's what we're going to do. So there are free triggered ability windows before and after committing cards to a test. So I'm going to commit Unrelenting, seal 3 good tokens to draw 2 cards, which includes Cryptic Writings, which I can play to get 2 resources. All right. Now I'm 5 on 3. Now I play Practice Makes Perfect. This way I don't have to reshuffle the deck and miss the Cryptic Writings. There is my good perception. That is what I was looking for. Okay, so we are now 8 against 3. We're 5 up. Reveal another token. -2. So we pass by 3. So I draw 2 cards from Perception, which is, again, Cryptic Writings, which I'll play, and a Momentum. The Perception adds to my hand. And with Enraptured, we will put 3 charges on the Pendant of the Queen. There we go. And while we're at it, we get this clue. And now, that was my first action. And now, we can flip this, which we'll do. We've uncovered a sign of the gods. And then we flip this back over. So, we have 1 sign of the gods, which means the skulls are now -1. And we get to trigger Virgil Gray. We can either draw a card, gain a resource, or heal a horror from him. I think we're healing a horror, since we've taken some punishment. Okay, good. And now, I think we play some cards with our last couple of actions. Let's play the Dream Diary and see how many times I forget to add Essence of the Dream to my hand. I'm going to put it over here and maybe remember that way. And then I think we play Randolph Carter. +1 fist, +1 agility. And when I reveal a tablet token, I can exhaust and draw 2 cards. 3 health, 2 soak. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Enemy phase. These guys do not hunt, so they hang out. This guy is exhausted, doesn't do anything. Upkeep. Lab assistant, good. These guys re-ready, but they are not long for this world. And then, finally, we advance. That took longer than maybe it should have, but now we have the Pendant of the Queen. We've got our setup. Time to see how that works for us. So, we advance. Okay. So, the Cats of Ulthar go away, packs of units, everything from the Zoogs, they are removed from the game. So, this guy is gone, which means, I think that means the Swarm card gets discarded. Let me check quickly. So, when you defeat an enemy with Swarming, it goes on the bottom of your deck. No, anytime a Swarm card leaves play, put it on the bottom of the owner's deck. Never mind. So this will go on the bottom. Whoops. Get back here. Right. And this one will also go on the bottom. Booniths, Zoogs. Right. Okay. None of these have victory because they're all required. So let's put these locations away. And I wonder if I'm going to put these here for now. I don't recall. So where am I going? Because I want to go everywhere, I'm going to the Timeless Realm next. The Timeless Realm commonly is the last place people go or the place people don't go at all when they're just trying to like do reasonably well, like get 7 signs of the gods. I'm going for everything. Timeless Realm is significantly worse the longer you wait because you have to deal with more of those Priests of 1,000 Masks. The Priests of 1,000 Masks get much worse the more signs of the gods you have uncovered. So, Timeless Realm, it is. Okay. And we land at Heliphias. Now, let's see. All right, here's the Crawling Mist, which I believe has to shuffle in. Timeless Realm, whoop. Timeless Realm setup. Yes, shuffle the Crawling Mist into the encounter deck. We need to pull, oh, there's a Priest of 1,000 Masks already. We lose our clues. We didn't have any left. Right, okay. So, Crawling Mist shuffles in. These are the other locations. These are from the first location. Is this all the Zoog cards? Yes, and the Vooniths. Yep, okay, good. Okay, seems good. And we move to the Timeless Realm card, which I think is the last one of these acts. Yeah, the King's Decree. We're probably going to be moving through these in reverse order, the way that they are listed. And as always, At the end of the round, if I'm at a port, I can move to another region by advancing this act. So we have Caliphas, 2 Shroud, 1 Clue, Victory 1 Veiled. It's a port. We have Saranian, 3 Shroud, 1 Clue, Victory 1, also a port. As an additional cost to enter or leave, you have to discard a card from your hand. Choose and discard. And then we've got Hazeth Clegg, 4 Shroud, 1 Clue, Veiled, with a Priest of the Thousand Masks by him, who is a Fight 2, Health 2, Evade 2. If I have more Signs of the Gods, they're worse, but I only have 1, so he's still just a 2/2/2. Okay. Now we get to Mythos. We're at 5 of 7 Doom. Night Riders. Fight 2, Health 2, Evade 5, Swarming 1. Gets -3 Evade when it has no attached Swarm cards. After I evade them, I discard them. Well, gee. Guess what I'm probably going to do automatically. What's the Swarm card that they're going to get? It's a regular Perception. That seems fine. You can have that. Okay. We do our Amanda draw. It is Laboratory Assistant. We discard Enraptured. What am I doing this turn? I want this clue. This guy is Health 2. I'm going to use the Pendant of the Queen to evade these guys automatically and therefore defeat them. Or discard them, rather. I do want the clue here before I move on. I'm thinking maybe it's Unexpected Courage, so that I can get this clue reasonably, move, and then defeat this priest with Vicious Blow. Or I could Momentum. That's probably better. Throw Perception at the Investigate, or even Enraptured, and then use the difficulty reduction to help me punch the guy with the Vicious Blow. Yes, let's do Momentum. That seems good. And now I get Essence of the Dream. I've remembered. That's my first time remembering. Let's see how much I can continue it. All right. We will use Pendant of the Queen to automatically evade Night Riders, which discards them. Really powerful card. Now, let's investigate. We are testing 3 against 2. We'll throw in... should I throw Enraptured 5 on 2? Perception 6 on 2 to draw more cards. What am I looking for? I have a lot of what I'm looking for, quite frankly. I may want Perception to overcome this. Yeah, let's do the Enraptured. So we are 5 against 2. We're 3 up. Skulls -1, so we pass by 2. So we add 3 charges. And I am going to load up the Pendant of the Queen. I am going to want more charges for... Well, no, actually. Let's put 2 on the Pendant of the Queen and 1 on the Scroll of Secrets, so I can start using it on the encounter deck. And I get the clue. This discards. My next test is reduced by 2 difficulty. But before I leave, let's flip Caliphas. I have beseeched the king, and I have to shuffle a Tenebrous Night Gaunt into the encounter deck. Fine. Where are they? Here we are. There's 2 of them. 1 goes in. Okay. Seems fine. Let's use the Scroll of Secrets now. What is on the bottom of the encounter deck? Whispers of Hypnos, Law of Igoroth Chaos, and a Wondrous Land. So, Whispers of Hypnos is largely free as long as I make something bad that I'm not going to be using, probably Foot. Wondrous Lands is, always a problem, but much less of a problem where I have the Pendant of the Queen, because I can use the pendant to get to discover a clue without having to investigate. Because Wondrous Lands, which causes horror and doom, affects you only when you successfully investigate your location. So, like, for example, if I put that up first, then sure, Wondrous Lands will attach to Hazeth Clegg, but who cares? I will use the pendant next turn to get that clue. And then Law of Igoroth Chaos. Can't play cards or trigger abilities on cards with an odd printed resource cost, and you discard an even printed resource cost card from your hand. I'm not hurting for cards. I'll have a tailor-made way to discard this via Lab Assistant. And what does it turn off? Well, the scroll and Randolph. This is a fairly weak set of encounter cards, so I'm going to top deck all of them. And I'll put the Law of Igoroth third, the Whispers of Hypnos second, and the Wondrous Lands first. All right, good. Now we move into Hazeth Clegg. Priest of 1,000 Masks engages us. And now we fight using Vicious Blow. The test is reduced difficulty by 2, so we are testing 5 against 0. Did I pull a tablet on that pull? No, it was a skull. I gotta remember when I pull a tablet that I can use Randolph. But anyway, 5 on 0. Pass by a ton. This guy's defeated. Okay. That's it. We go into Upkeep. The level 0 scroll. Mythos, we're at 6 of 7. Oh, is this going to reshuffle this? I'm going to lose my top stacking. Well, whatever, it's fine. Wondrous Lands. As we expected, this attaches here. We don't really care. Our Amanda draw is the Dream Enhancing Serum. I will want to play that. So we discard Momentum. Let's see. And what am I going to put up there? I'm thinking the Perception. I'm thinking what I will do is auto pick up this clue, move to there will be a new location, investigate it with Perception, draw more cards, and then maybe play a thing. Yes, that's what we'll do. Okay. We will use the Pendant of the Queen to automatically get this clue. So now we can flip Hazeth Clegg. We put the Temple of Unattainable Desires into play. Three Shroud, 1 clue. Victory 1. You can't enter unless you beseech the king, which we did back at Caliphas. So we move in. Let's investigate. We are testing 5 against 3. Yeah, which is most the bag. I am going to commit this Scroll of Secrets 6 on 3 just to increase the likelihood of passing by 2 so that I can draw 2 cards. We're 3 up. Nope. Auto fail. Arkham Horror, the card game, ladies and gentlemen. And all other configurations of being. 5 on 3. Do I just go for it again? I could commit this other Lab Assistant to once again be 6 on 3. Yes, let's do that. 6 on 3. -1. So we pass by 2. We draw 2 cards. Practice makes perfect and an unrelenting. And we get the clue. And we can flip this. Put the city which appears on no map into play. You got it. Okay. That's 6 Shroud, 2 clues. Victory 2. For each Priest of 1,000 Masks added, reduce its Shroud by 1. And when you fail a test here, you have to spawn a Priest of 1,000 Masks here. This is why I wanted to do Timeless Realm, and in particular this whole branch first, while the Priests of 1,000 Masks are only fight 2, health 2, evade 2. Because they won't be for much longer. Okay. Yeah, that's it. No enemies. Upkeep. Oof. Bad timing on our weakness. Whispers of the Deep. Okay. We advance. Yeah, I lose my top deck. I should have thought about that. That was an error on my part. We shuffle the Corsair of Leng enemies into the encounter deck along with the encounter discard pile. All right. I think camera. There we go. Right. And now we have a 4 Doom track, and this flips every time. Well, you'll see. Right. What is our encounter card? Prismatic Phenomenon. Okay. Again, draw a resource or play costs an extra action. The first time I successfully investigate, I don't get clues. I instead discard this. All right. This might be a slow turn since I Amanda draw Cryptic Research, but I do have to put Whispers of the Deep under me. Okay. All right, let's think this through. This might just be play some cards, since I'm, hindered by my weakness, as weaknesses are wont to do. Let's get the Dream Enhancing Serum online. Now let's play Cryptic Research to draw 3. Right. That's our second Occult Invocation, so we can exhaust Dream Enhancing Serum to draw another. Okay. And we got second Cryptic Research. And we got Lab Assistance. Let's use the Pendant of the Queen to pick up one of these clues at City which appears on no map for free, since it's such a high shroud. Indeed, next turn I may just be... Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll do the same thing. Maybe we won't. Do I Cryptic Research again? I think I probably do. Well, what am I looking for? That's going to accelerate getting to Hypochondria, which, is what it is. I also do want to get... Oh, since Hypochondria is coming up, maybe I should play the Silver Key. Yes. Or do I try? No, I really shouldn't be trying to test. I'm just fighting an uphill battle. Silver Key or Lab Assistant? Let's get... Let's get the Silver Key. No. Let's get a Lab Assistant online. Do we have more? Have I gone through both my cryptic writings? I have, haven't I? No, we'll get the Silver Key online. I can't! Hold on. Roll everything. Ah, dang it. All right. When I forgot again. When I played Dream Enhancing Serum, I had Prismatic Phenomenon in play, so it had to take an extra action. So what I've now done, I played Dream Enhancing Serum. That took 2 actions. So now if I play Lab Assistant or Silver Key, that will be my last action. I forgot, but at least I remembered soon enough. All right. I think I move with my last action. I am going to have to discard something, which is fine. It'll probably be... Probably the practice makes perfect, honestly. No, last action will move. We'll move to the city which appears on no map. That was an error. I am not playing at my best strategically right now, but oh well. Maybe we'll remember next time. This is an unfortunately timed prismatic phenomenon, I have to say. All right, it's fine. We'll make it work. Okay, no enemies on the board. We upkeep into. Vicious Blow. So, I now have to discard 2 cards. Yeah, I'll discard the Practice Makes Perfect since I have so few cards in my deck. I want to play the Lab Assistant. Is it the Unexpected Courage? Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, I think it's the Unexpected Courage. All right. Fine. Mythos, we're at 1 of 4. We get a hidden card. Law of Vigorous Chaos. Can't play cards or trigger abilities with an odd printed resource cost. Got to spend an action and discard an even printed resource cost to get rid of this. So what does this turn off? It turns off Scroll of Secrets. It turns off the ability on Dream Enhancing Serum, so I'll exhaust it just to note that. I'll exhaust them both. But the constant ability of the max hand size, that remains in play. And it turns off Randolph Carter's effect. But again, not the constant. All right. Could have been worse. We do our Amanda draw. No, that's not what I wanted. A momentum. We discard Whispers from the Deep. What are we putting up here? What I'd love to do is investigate, man, Shroud 6, huh? To get rid of Prismatic Phenomenon. Investigate again to get this clue. Use the Pen of the Queen to teleport back to Seranian. And then get this clue. Like, it's possible. And in order to make it possible, we're going to put up the Essence of the Dream. Which, with all the cards in my hand, is +4. All right. Okay, so... First things first. Cryptic Research. Draw 3. No. Yes? I mean, one of them is Hypochondria, but it's also how I get more cards. It's fine. Yes, Cryptic Research. So we draw 2, one of which is Hypochondria. We shuffle, we draw another. So we got Perception and Practice Makes Perfect. Fine. We take a Horror, which will go on Virgil Gray. Okay. Now we're going to investigate. We're testing 6 against 6 with Essence of the Dream. We'll throw in... prismatic. Yeah, it's still an investigate. We'll play... No, I can't play Practice Makes Perfect because it is odd. The rest of these all cost 2. So I can't play Practice Makes Perfect, which is a little frustrating, but that's fine. We will commit Perception, Momentum, and Unrelenting. So we're 6, 8, 9, 10 against 6. We'll seal 3 good tokens to draw 2 cards. Okay. We're 4 up. Deep sigh. Everyone could see that coming, right? Even better, that spawns a Priest of 1,000 Masks here. Oh, come on. My goodness. Okay. Well. All right. So I guess we kill this guy. We'll attack. We'll commit vicious blow. So we're testing 7. No, excuse me. 8. 8 against 2. We're 6 up. Much better. All right. This guy's defeated at least. Well, I guess we're spending extra time. So let's use the pendant to get this clue. Last action. Last action, we get rid of this Law of Vigoroth. So let's discard an Occult Invocation. The Lab Assistant. We got another Lab Assistant coming up. We'll discard the Lab Assistant. My goodness. All right. And then we will flip this. We've uncovered 2 signs of the gods. We get moved to the Temple of Unattainable Desires, and this card goes to the victory display, which is fine. All right, 2 signs of the gods, and now the skulls are -3. And Virgil Gray heals a horror, draws a card. I have Horror Soak. I don't think it's anything that hits allies directly. I'm going to draw a card. Cryptic Writings. It's still my turn, so I can play it. Good. All right. Oh, my goodness. All right. Game is swinging today. That was 3 autofails so far. All right. No enemies on the board. Practice Makes Perfect is available. Again, we upkeep. Second Enraptured. We can use Dream Enhancing Serum to draw Perception. Good. Good. All right. This is still hindering us. What's our Shroud? 3. This is also 3. Fine. Mythos. We're 2 of 4 Doom. Song of the Magabird. After you move out of this location, take a horror, put a Doom in the agenda, which can advance it, and discard Song of the Magabird. Willpower 4 or Combat 4 to drive away the birds. All right. That's annoying, but nothing we can't handle, we hope. All right. We draw our Amanda card. It is Cryptic Research. Essence of the Dream goes away temporarily. What are we going to put up there? Well, we need to deal with this. So Fist or Willpower. Am I going to throw Overpower at it to draw more cards? Maybe. That does mean that it's not helping me get the Seranian clue, but I have other commits for that, I guess. Yeah, we're going to put up Overpower. And then with Dream Diary, we get Essence of the Dream. Okay. Right. All right. Let's play. If I get rid of the Song of Magabird and then teleport to Seranian, I have to discard a card, but then investigate. So I could spend an action to play something. I really should get the Silver Key online. Yes. Let's get the Silver Key. No, let's try to get rid of the Magabird first. So we are testing 6 against 4. And Actually, before that, let's play Cryptic Research to draw 3 cards. Okay. These are not my best cards. Lab Assistant, Scrolls, Secrets, and Whispers from the Deep. All right. Let's try to drive away the Maga Bird. We are 5 on 4. Yeah, you know what? We're going to throw Essence of the Dream to be 9 on 4. Whispers of the Deep to be 8 on 4. Momentum to once again be 9 on 4. We're 5 up. Yes, 5 up. Pass by 4. So, I draw 2 cards from Overpower. Unexpected Courage and Vicious Blow. And my next test will be 3 difficulty less. Good. Get rid of this bozo set of birds. Okay, then we use the Pendant of the Queen to warp to Serenian. I have to discard a card, which will be the level 0 Scroll of Secrets. Now, we investigate. It's difficulty 0 because of momentum. So let's commit Enraptured to this. I'm thinking about whether I want to commit anything else. No, I think we're good. Yes, I just want the Enraptured hit. So, what are we? 4 on 0. Skulls -3, but that's a pass. So we get this clue. And we add 3 charges, which I will... Let's see. I'll put 2 on the pendant and 1 on the scroll. Okay. Good, good. Now we flip Serenian. We heal 2 damage. Oh, good. I forgot about this. That's very timely. Gain 2 resources and uncover a sign of the gods. Yeah, I'll take that. Heal 2, gain 2. 1 sign of the gods. Skulls are now -4. And this is a port, so we can leave here at the end of the round, which is what we're going to do. And last action, we're going to play... honestly, we're going to play the Lab Assistant. Draw 2 cards. Obscure Studies and Unrelenting. Okay. Seems good. No. I forgot. Oh, man. In heaven. Hold on. I cannot remember Prismatic Phenomenon for the life of me. What actually happened is that when I investigate, I had to roll it back. When we investigated, instead of getting the clue, and instead of flipping this, let's put the clue back. Let's do this right. I got the Enraptured hit, but Prismatic Phenomenon instead discarded. So I don't yet have the clue. So I put the cards back that I drew from Lab Assistant. My goodness. All right. Fine. I don't have the heal yet. I don't have the resources yet. Now, let's investigate. Momentum is no longer in effect, unfortunately. So now I am testing base 2 against 3. But I have Perception, 5 on 3. And... let's see. Skulls are -3. Is there another... I have seen both Unrelentings? I have not. 5 on 3. We will play Practice Makes Perfect. To grab Unrelenting. Put that in. Right. So we're 6 on 3. And we'll seal. I'm thinking about sealing the -4 and the Cultist, right? and something else. Doesn't really matter. Instead of sealing to draw. But you know what? I do want draw. Nope. Greedy. Greed. Seal good. 3 good tokens. Draw 2 cards. Cryptic research and obscure studies. What are we at? 5, 6 against 3. -1. We pass by 2. With perception, we draw 2 more cards. We'll play cryptic writings. Oh my goodness. Apologies for all the minor hiccups. Hopefully I've rewound and caught enough of them. But now we finally get this clue. Now we flip this. Heal 2 damage, gain 2 resources. Boom, boom. We get a sign of the gods. So skulls are -4. And Virgil will heal a horror. Oh my goodness. Right. Fine. Everything's fine. And now, there are no enemies. So we will, we'll upkeep. We'll take a horror, which will go on Virgil. I have to discard 3 cards. Wow, I really have no doubles? No, I have double Occult Invocation. We'll discard the level 0 Overpower, the Unexpected Courage, and yeah, the Vicious Blow. Okay. All right, down to 8. And now we advance. We advance. Go to another region. Okay. Let's keep going backwards. We'll go to the Forbidden Lands. We never saw the Crawling Mist, so that's removed from the game. Counter discard, shuffles in the counter deck. Let's put all the victory point locations into the display. So this, and this. Whoop. Okay. And now, right, Forbidden Lands. Click. And we are at Ilikvad. Okay. Which is this Seek Out the Night. Okay. What else do we have to do? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Ilikvad, Forbidden Lands, setup. Right. We have to lose all our clues. We put the Manticore at Forbidden Lands. We put the Horde of Night at Zulantech. Okay. There's our Manticore buddy. There's our Horde of Night buddy. Horde of Night is swarming, so it will get a swarm card. Which is, we'll take a look using this. A Cryptic Writings. I think I have enough resources. I'm fine with that being a swarm card. Okay. Good. Forbidden Lands. Once again, find and cover as many signs of the gods as you can. Word 4. Okay. Oh my goodness. Right. No problem. We got this. Mythos. We are at 3 of 4 Doom. This will advance next round. You'll see what it's all about. Our encounter card is Prismatic Phenomenon. Man, oh man, do I hate this card. All right. Okay. What is our plan? What are we doing? Ilikvad, this is our port, the only port. Connects then to Forbidden Lands and Zulantech. Ilikvad, 2 Shroud, 1 Clue, Victory 1. The first spell, ritual, or relic you play each round is reduced by 1. Forbidden Lands, Shroud 6, 0 Clues. Spend an action, and if you manage to pass Fist 1, then Agility 2, then Brain 3, then you flip this over. If you fail any tests, you take a damage. Zulantech, 4 Shroud, 1 Clue, Veiled. At the end of the round, add 1 Swarm card to the Horde of Night for every person here. Horde of Night, Fight 1, health 1, evade 1. Massive swarming 1. Its swarm cards cannot attack. It cannot be defeated. Host card cannot be defeated. If defeated, exhaust it instead. All right, well, this is a job for the Pendant of the Queen. But we also, between me and there, have the Stalking Manticore. Fight 4, health 3, evade 2. Health 3 is only 1 player. 2 damage, 1 horror. If you successfully evade it, you disengage from it, but don't exhaust it until the end of the phase. It can't engage you. This is a job, this guy, for Occult Invocation. Okay. So, we draw our Amanda draw, which is second Enraptured. So we use Dream Enhancing Serum to get a second Cryptic Writings. We discard Overpower. What am I doing this turn? It's only Shroud 2 here at Ilikvad. I might investigate to get rid of Prismatic Phenomenon. I should get both Lab Assistant and Silver Key into play. I should pause this round to play those cards. So play those and investigate to get rid of the Phenomenon, which means Enraptured? So I can get more of these? Yes. Enraptured. Yes. Let's do that. But also, before anything else, let's use the Scroll of Secrets and look at our bottom 3 encounter cards. Corsair of Leng, fight 2, health 4, evade 5. Near city or surface location, alert. When it attacks via alert, it gets -3 evade. What's city and surface? Ilikvad. I think surface is in the... Oh, Zulan Tech is also city. Okay. Night Riders. This is just use Pendant of the Queen to defeat them via evading them. Dreamlands Eclipse. When you initiate an investigation, you must either take a horror, your location gets +2 Shroud for that round. My impulse is to discard Corsair of Leng and then stack the other 2. What am I using my pendant for? I should use my pendant to get this clue in Zulan Tech. So if I stay here this round in Ilikvad, investigate to get rid of Prismatic Phenomenon, play. Next round, I could... Here's a funny thing. If I get this clue, I could use the Pendant of the Queen the next round to warp past the Manticore to complete Zulan Tech, which will also deal with the Horde of the Night. Then walk back, defeat the Manticore, walk back again. But that's not quite enough turns. Maybe I investigate twice here to get the clue and play one thing and do what I've described, which all that means I can put Dreamlands Eclipse on top because I don't plan to investigate the following round. Yes, so I will discard the Corsair because you can only discard 1. Then we'll put the Night Riders second and the Dreamlands Eclipse first. Okay, we know what's coming. Let's investigate. We are testing 4 against 2. Before we investigate, we'll play a Cryptic Research. 3 cards. Well, there's Whispers in the Deep, but there's also Perception, which is what I was looking for. All right, we'll investigate. We're testing 4 against 2. Whispers of the Deep makes it 3 against 2. Perception makes it 6 on 2. Yes, 4 up. Tablets -2, but we pass. We can use Randolph to draw 2 cards, which we'll do. Good. With Perception, we draw 2 cards because we pass by 2. Good. And we discard Prismatic Phenomenon. And we add 3 charges. So we'll put 2 in the pendant and 1 on the scroll. Good. Now, let's investigate again for real this time. 4 on 2. We'll throw Let's see. I want to get up to 8. I mean, I might as well, right? Yes, we'll throw... No. I have an Enraptured going in there already. Yeah, so... Yeah, we'll do 6 on 2 with Perception. Oh, that gets us 4 above. What am I thinking? I don't know what I'm thinking. Right, I forgot the Enraptured. So we're 6 on 2 using the Perception. That's fine. Again, a tablet. Well, Randolph's already exhausted, so I don't get more cards from him, but I get 1 card from Perception, which is another lab assistant. And I get another 3 charges, which will again be 2 on the pendant and 1 on the scroll. And I get this clue. This is veiled. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to flip it yet. I'm going to flip it when I'm ready to leave. Right. And then I'm going to, well, we'll use the Pendant of the Queen to remotely pick up the clue from Zulantech. And we will play... If I played the Silver Key, it costs 1 less because it's a relic. But no, I should play the Lab Assistant to increase my hand size. And I'll play the Cryptic Writings that I just drew to get 2 resources. Okay. Right. Okay. Enemies. Neither of these guys hunt. So they're hanging out. We upkeep. I forgot to give myself Essence of the Dream. We knew it was coming. Well, I didn't use it that turn, so I just have it. Upkeep. All right. So I have 16 cards. 4 of them don't count for Essence of the Dream, so I have to discard 2 that count. We'll discard this other Lab Assistant. And we'll discard the level 1 Scroll of Secrets. All right. Mythos. So this advances. Why am I not concerned? Because we keep going. Corsair Ambush. The Corsairs are hot on your trail. Like pack hunters, they surround you. Fighting desperately, you manage to fend them off this time. But the noose continues to tighten with each escape. You know you cannot elude such dogged pursuers for much longer. So I put a resource next to the agenda deck. And then I take a damage and a horror for each resource next to the agenda deck. I flip back and continue playing. So the cost for having more turns to be able to get everything is that every 4 turns, because I'm playing Dreams Within Dreams, I have to take a damage. Well, this time I take a damage and a horror. Next time it'll be 2 damage, 2 horror, and so on. Keep ramping up. We'll put that damage and horror. We'll put the damage on Randolph, and we'll put the horror on the Lab Assistant. That's fine. Now, our encounter card, which we knew to be Dreamland's Eclipse. Fine. We're not playing to investigate. Okay. Amanda draw. We shuffle and draw. We take a horror, which will go on Randolph. Can't play that Cryptic Writings. That's fine. Oh, because of hypochondria, I also take a direct horror. Almost forgot about that. Enraptured goes away. Since this turn I plan to attempt this battery of different tests, we're going to put Essence of the Dream under us to be 4 question marks. Okay. So, we're going to use Pendant of the Queen to teleport to Zulantech. That makes the Horde of Night engage us. But, because I already got the clue here, we can flip this. You've uncovered a sign of the gods. We add Horde of the Night to the victory display. Gone. And this card comes to the bottom of my deck. We have 5 signs of the gods. Skulls are -5. Good. All right. Now we move. Oh, I don't have quite enough actions to get out because I want to kill the Manticore and do this test. It's fine. We'll get out next turn. Stalking Manticore, fight 4, health 3. All right, we're going to Occult Invocation this guy. We'll play Cryptic Research first to draw 3 cards. Okay. All right, Occult Invocation. So we are testing with Essence of the Dream. We're testing 6 against 4. We want to discard 2 cards, so we'll discard Scroll of Secrets and this other Lab Assistant. So that we'll do 3 damage, and we're testing 8 on 4. Since skulls are -5, I want to be 1 more up. Momentum's an option. The Cryptic Writings is an option. Yeah, let's do the Cryptic Writings since it's a book test. All right, so 6, 7, 8, 10 against 4. We're 6 up. Skulls -5. We do 3 damage. Manticore is defeated. Okay. And now we attempt this test. So Fist 1, then Foot 2, then Brain 3. Fist 1, we are testing 7 on 1. -2 is a pass, and we can use Randolph to draw 2 cards, which we'll do. Okay. Now, what was next? Foot 2. We're 7 on 2. That's fine. -4 is a pass. Now Brain. So we are 6 on 3. I want to get at least 2 up on this. What are my options to do so? Unrelenting. Momentum. Maybe just throw the Unexpected Courage at it? Yeah, let's throw the Unexpected Courage at it. 8 on 3. Elder Sign. So we're what? 12 against 3? We pass by 9. But the point is, we have flipped this over. We get a Sign of the Gods. And we have to shuffle a second Tenebrous Night Gaunt into the encounter deck. Okay. All right, skulls are -6. Since we have to shuffle, we now lose our top deck Night Riders. I forgot about that. That's fine. All right. And that's our turn. We can't quite get out this turn, but we'll get out of here next turn. All right. No enemies on the board. We upkeep into another Cryptic Research. We have to discard 1 card, and it will be the basic Overpower. And then Dreamland's Eclipse discards. And we go to Mythos. We're at 1 of 4 Doom on the agenda. Wondrous Lands. There are no clues in my location. We discard and gain search. All right. Instead, we get a Priest of 1,000 Masks. So, since we now have, how many? 6 Signs of the Gods. He's fully pumped up. He is Fight 3, Health 4, Evade 3. He does a damage and a horror and has Retaliate. Fortunately, I have a Pendant of the Queen. We draw a man to draw, which is... well, that's fine. We're not going to take any tests this round. Essence of the Dream gets set aside. Whispers in the Deep gets put there. Essence of the Dream comes back to my hand. Let's use the pendant to automatically evade this bozo. Now we move back to Iligvad. Oh, I have not been using Virgil Gray. He should have healed his 2 horror. 1 from when we got a Sign of the Gods here, and 1 from when we got a Sign of the Gods there. So he should be fully healed. What is happening? Now, let's flip Iligvad. We heal 2 horror and draw 2 cards. Seems good. Also, this is my second perception, or my second vicious blow. Will dream enhancing serum draw? Okay. Okay. Now we're going to finally play the silver key. Accessory slot. Oh. Oh, right. I don't need the slot because I have that contract. Silver the key can go into... I don't need an accessory slot for it. Right. One more action. Is there anything else I want to do? I don't think so. One card left in my deck. I guess I could attempt an enraptured investigate to try to add more charges onto my stuff. I'd be testing, well, with Whispers of the Deep, I'd be testing 1 against 2. I'm not sure that that's worth it. 3 on 2. Nah, I don't think it's worth it. I'm just gonna take a resource. It's fine. Okay. Enemies, this guy just hangs out. He doesn't even hunt. All right, upkeep. Okay. Oh, I should have just drawn a card. Okay. All right, it's fine. I have to discard 2 cards. Let's discard this Cryptic Writings, and I have something else that's, like, less helpful, right? Surely I do. I don't want to discard the 1 Occult Invocation, just in case. I guess the Overpower. All right. And now we advance because we're going to another location. Okay. So Iligvad comes to the victory display. And this time we will go to Minar. So let's Minar it up. Okay, we start at Kadath. 5 Shroud, 1 Clue. Veiled, you can spend 3 actions to draw 5 cards. The Beings of Ib are at a ruins location. Aloof Hunters swarming 1. Oh, since my deck is empty... because my deck is empty, it actually doesn't get a swarm card. The swarming effect whiffs. There's just the 1 Being of Ib. Being of Ib, singular. At the ruins of Ib, 1 Shroud, 1 Clue, victory 1. Failed. If you reveal a skull or cultist while investigating here, you discard an asset you control. And Sarnath. Shroud 3, 1 Clue, victory 1. Can't be flipped over unless you know what happened to Ib. After you successfully investigate by 1 or less, take a horror. Doom. They come to Sarnath. All caps. Okay. Mythos. We're at 2 of 4 Doom. Our encounter card is... We are hunted by Corsairs. When the act advances, we have to take 2 damage. I mean, that's only going to happen, well, I guess 2 more times. With Hypochondria, it's 2 damage and a direct horror. Book 4 or foot 4 and an action to outwit them. All right, that's a problem for future Amanda. Okay, investigate. So we do our Amanda draw. We take a horror, which the silver key cancels. We discard Whispers of the Deep. Good to see it miss the reshuffle. And what are we putting under? What is our plan? We want to go to Ib before Sarnath. We do want to defeat the Beings of Ib, which is... Oh, man, I should have hung on to Overpower, huh? That's fine. Am I just essencing of the dream to get stats for everything? I could move, I could defeat the Beings of Ib, I could get this clue, and I could pendant to get this difficult clue, And then next turn, if nothing impedes me, I could move to Sarnath, get the clue, move back to Kadath and be done with things. Yeah. So I think, yeah, that's the play. We'll put Essence of the Dream up. And then before anything else, let's use the Scroll of Secrets. Draw the bottom 3 of the encounter deck. Again, Corsair of Leng, Law of Yggdrasil, Pandemonium, or Whispers of Hypnos. Well, we're definitely going to top deck Whispers of Hypnos. I don't know that we're going to stay here for 2 rounds. Well, if I do it that way, then I will take 2 damage from the Corsairs, but maybe I don't care. Maybe I don't care. Like, I'd rather move with haste. We'll put Law of Yggdrasil, I think, second. Even number of words in its title. I got Vicious Blows that can get rid of that. All right, we will discard the Corsair. Who needs those guys? Law of Yggdrasil, second. Whispers of Hypnos, top deck. Good. Okay. Now... Again, I don't want to flip Kadath until I'm ready to leave. Yeah, let's go to Ebe. Oh, the Beings of Ebe. Oh, I forgot they're aloof. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to do it all in 2 rounds. If I want to defeat the Beings of Ebe, which I do. It's fine. I'll just spend an action, another action to deal with the Corsairs and I guess clear the Law of Yggdrasil and something else. And that's fine. All right. Well, I do still want to defeat the Beings of Ebe. So we'll spend second action to engage them. Third action will punch. We are testing 7 against 4. Skulls are -6. So I want to be at 10. So we can commit. We'll play Practice Makes Perfect to look for an overpower. Yep, there we go. Yes, with that we are 10 against 4. That's where we want to be. Okay, 6 up. Auto fail. That's unfortunate. Well, right. So, all right, it's fine. Beings of Ebe attack, at least without the Swarm card, which was funny the way that timed out. I'm taking a horror, which will go on Virgil. Kind of what he's there for. Okay. All right. We upkeep. Second Occult Invocation. So I can use Dream Enhancing Serum to draw Cryptic Writings, which I'm going to discard. Who needs that? And now Mythos. We're at 3 of 4 Doom. Got a Brace for Impact coming up. That's fine. Probably I'll let Randolph go with the plan of finding and replaying him. But now we get Whispers of Hypnos, Foot Bad. Foot Bad. Okay. Amanda draw. Cryptic Research. Essence of the Dream gets set aside. Oh, I forgot. I kept talking about it. We're using the Pendant of the Queen last turn to get the clue from Kadath. I just forgot to do it. Forgot to physically move the cards around, but that was clearly the plan. What am I putting up here? I still need to defeat the Beings of Ebe. I want this clue. I could move and use the pendant to get this clue. Am I past my weakness? I am. I'm thinking about obscure studiesing this. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. And then we get Essence of the Dream. All right. Let's try to fight these guys again. We are at 6 on 4. And Essence of the Dream will get me to 10 on 4. I might as well. Don't really see a reason not to. 10 on 4. -6. We pass exactly. These bozos are defeated. Okay. Now we investigate. We are testing 6 against 1. I'm going to commit Unrelenting to be 7 on 1, but I am going to, taking the cue from Ruins, I'm going to seal the 3 skulls. So I don't have to discard an asset, hopefully. Now watch the cultist appear. What am I? 6 on 1. Tablet. Tablet's okay. And with Tablet, we can draw 2 cards from Randolph Carter, which we'll do. And I'll play the Cryptic Writings. Okay. We get the clue. We'll flip Ruins of Ebe. We know what happened to Ebe. We'll use the Pendant of the Queen to pick up the clue in Sarnath remotely. And then we'll move to Sarnath. And we will flip Sarnath. I've uncovered a sign of the gods. So Virgil heals a horror. And the skulls are now -7. I missed one somewhere? Missed increasing one? No, I don't think so. I guess there's 3 in the first place you can go. I'm pretty sure that's right. Or maybe there's one here in Kadath. That could be, because it's Shroud 5. Yeah, I think Kadath has one. Right, because it doesn't have a victory point. Okay. That's our turn. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But it's not this. I know that. We used it this turn. Not the Essence of the Dream. All right. No enemies. We upkeep. Okay. Lab Assistant. I have to discard a card. The level 1 Scroll of Secrets. Okay. And Whispers of Hypnos goes away. Right. Mythos. Okay. The agenda advances. Once again, this flips. It goes up to 2. Moment. Right. Goes up to 2. So we take 2 damage and 2 horror. As part of taking the damage. How does it work? I guess it's 1 damage and 1 horror twice, now that I think about it, which is relevant for hypochondria, which means I'm actually taking 1 damage and 1 horror and then a direct horror, and then 1 damage and 1 horror and then another direct horror. So, okay. What is my turn going to be? Probably move, play, play. No, I've got the Law of what's name coming up. I can... All right. It's fine. We're going to let Randolph take a damage and Virgil take a horror. And then Silver Key cancels the direct horror on me. And then the other damage and horror will go on Randolph, which defeats him. And I take a direct horror from the hypochondria. All right, that's fine. Now, right, we have the Law of Yuggoth. We do our Amanda draw, which is second enraptured, so we can use Dream Enhancing Serum Draw and overpower. We discard obscure studies. We put up... I don't think I'm going to take any tests this round. Because we're going to... Yeah, I'm not going to take any tests this round. So I guess I'll just put up... I'll put up the unexpected courage in case we get a test in the mythos phase. Right. Okay. Let us get rid of this Law of Igeroth Pandemonium, and I'll do so by discarding a Vicious Blow. Even number of words in its title. Good. Let's play this second lab assistant. And I will draw 2 cards. And put the horror on lab assistant. Now I'm thinking, seeing Whispers from the Deep. Now I'm thinking, well, maybe I do want to do an investigate here at Sarnath with Enraptured committed to get more charges and throw a bunch more stuff at it, including Whispers of the Deep, so it's not turned off next round, and use the pendant to warp back to Kadathron. And I think that is what I'm going to do. So we're going to investigate here. We're testing 4 against 3 with Unexpected Courage. Whispers makes it 3 on 3, and Raptured makes it 5 on 3. I have Essence of the Dream. Do I just use it? 9 on 3. 1 more to cover the skull. Yeah, I think so. 9 on 3. And let's see, 1 more book. Yeah, let's do the Unrelenting. 10 on 3, and we'll seal 3 good tokens so that we draw 2 cards. All right, 10 on 3. -1. We pass by a huge amount. This goes away. This goes here. I get 3 charges and or secrets. So we'll put... I'm just going to put all 3 on the pendant. This time. Discard, discard. Okay, and now we use the pendant to teleport to Kadathron. We are going to flip it. Right. It is another sign of the gods. We shuffle it to Tenebrous Night Gaunt, which we can't do because there's only 2 and they're both already in there. 1 more sign of the gods. Skulls are a whopping -8. And we're at a port, so at the end of the round we will advance. All right. No enemies on the board. We upkeep into... Okay, Obscure Studies. I got to discard 1. It'll be the level 0 Scroll of Secrets. No, I don't have to discard 1. So I got 2 lab assistants in play. So my max hand size is actually 12. Forgot about that. All right. Now, we advance. I forgot about the Hunted by Corsairs. Well, I guess I'm taking 2 damage and a horror. Okay. Well, sure. 2 damage on Amanda, and I'll use the silver key to block the horror. I completely forgot this existed. All right, whatever. Finally, we are going to Oriab. Okay. Right. So we put the victory locations in the display. And shuffle in. Oriab. The Oriab locations did not materialize. Okay. What are they again? Baharna, Mountain Granik, and the Nameless Ruins. All right. Are they in here? Yes. Baharna, Mountain Granik, Nameless Ruins. Okay. All right, we start at Baharna, Nameless Ruins, Bound to Granik. Okay. And the Night Riders are at Mount Nagranic. Right. And they get a swarm card. What is the swarm card? Practice makes perfect. Sure, you can have that. Okay. All right, we're almost done. This is the last location, last place to do this. Whew. All right, Mythos. What's our encounter card? Of course it's Prismatic Phenomenon. Why wouldn't it be Prismatic Phenomenon? At least we're in a location that's only Shroud 2. All right. Fine. We do our Amanda draw. Our second Vicious Blow, so we can do our Dream Enhancing Serum draw. Get a Cryptic Writings. We discard Unexpected Courage. Again, what am I doing this turn? I think this turn I'm probably investigating twice at Baharna to get rid of Prismatic Phenomenon and get this clue. Then moving. I'm going to use the pendant to deal with the Night Riders. So what I really need is a way to investigate, which means I think I'm loading up again on Enraptured. Okay. Let's use the Scroll of Secrets and stack from the bottom of the encounter deck. What do we got? Whispers of Hypnos, a Tenebrous Night Gaunt, Fight 4, Health 4, Evade 1, Hunter, and it follows you to another location if you advance the act, but that's no longer an issue. And Law of Yggdrasil, Chaos. All right, I think we discard the Night Gaunt. We put the Law of Yggdrasil second, and we put Whispers of Hypnos first. Seems fine. Now let's investigate. We are testing with Enraptured. We're testing 4 against 2. And the skulls are -8. Kind of a job for Unrelenting now, to just seal up the skulls. I do have Essence of the Dream, which is +4, of course. So you know what we're going to do? We're 4 against 2. We want to get up to 10. Essence of the Dream gets us up to 8. 8 on 2. We'll throw in Momentum to be 9 on 2. And this extra Scroll of Secrets, so we're 10 on 2. We are 8 up. We needed every point, but we passed. So, Prismatic Phenomenon goes away. I put 2 charges on the pendant and 1 on the scroll. This is the Dream goes away. Momentum, Scroll of Secrets. Okay. While I'm thinking about it, let's use the pendant to evade the Night Riders, which means they get discarded. And this goes back on the bottom of my deck. And let's investigate again. We're 4 on 2. We'll do what I said. We'll commit Unrelenting. And we'll seal the skulls. 5 on 2. I still I still want 1 more. To be 6 on 2. We'll commit this Practice Makes Perfect. 6 on 2. We're 4 up. -2 is a pass. We get this clue. We put another 2 charges on the pendant and 1 on the scroll. And we flip Baharna. We can return an item or supply from my discard to my hand, and I've obtained supplies from Baharna. I don't even know if I have any. What's in my discard? I can pull the Scroll of Secrets back. I might as well. Sure, why not? I planned that. And then last action, we will move to Mount Nagranic. Yep. All right, good. No enemies, we upkeep. Second Cryptic Writing, so I can use Dream Enhancing Serum. There's Randolph Carter again. Okay. We're at 1 of 4 Doom. Our encounter card is Whispers of Hypnos. Foot bad. Okay. Well, let's use the pendant to get this difficult clue at the Nameless Ruins for free. Let's investigate. Oh, all right. Sorry, I forgot. I have to do my Amanda draw and discard Enraptured and put something up there. And that's something we want to investigate. I guess the triple perception. Sure. Okay. But yes, now let's investigate. We've got Essence of the Dream. We might as well commit Essence of the Dream to this. So we are 5 on 3, 9 on 3. I'd love to get another 2 into that. Let's commit one of these cryptic writings. We are 11 on 3. Cultist, reveal another token. Elder Sign. We pass by an enormous amount. So this discards, this goes away. Actually, we do the draw before the discard. I might have been playing that a little wrong at some point with the sequencing. Hope it didn't matter. But yeah, Perception, we draw 2 cards. So I take a Horror, which Silver Key blocks, draw 2. Okay. Then Cryptic Writings discards, Essence of the Dream goes away. We get this clue. That was our first action. We flip Mountain Gronic. We've uncovered a Sign of the Gods. Another Tenebrous Night Gaunt shuffles, but that's already done. We're at 9 Sign of the Gods. We just need one more, which I think is over here. We're going to move to the Nameless Ruins. We already got the clue, so we're going to flip it. Covered a Sign of the Gods. And there we go. That is 10. With 10, we proceed to R1. We don't even advance. So, I think I would have just doomed out if I had taken the original Agenda 2. I think it has a doom track of 9. So we did what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this was the 9th turn. Now, I had some slowness at a couple of points. I had some unfortunate auto fails that set me back. Nothing that we couldn't overcome. But would this have been possible to get all of this without doing the alternate Agenda 2? Potentially. On a luckier run in terms of the auto fails. And I made a couple of misplays. I apologize for... There's a lot of moving parts. And occasionally I miss them. But hopefully I caught the errors in the same round that they happened and was able to walk them back. But hey, 10 Signs of the Gods, Resolution 1. Let's take a look at Resolution 1. Right, we have ventured far and wide. Randolph tells us about Nyarlathotep. We had victory. How much do we have? 14. Right, yes. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 victory points. What am I going to spend it on? We'll come up with something. So we got 10 more tally marks of evidence of Kadath. So we have 11 evidence. Virgil was captured because of course he was. As he always is. Randolph eluded capture. The slippery bonehead. And then next time will be Dark Side of the Moon. All right. Well, that is the search for Kadath. The quest for Kadath? What the heck is it called? The search for Kadath. I was right this whole time. All right. Well, that was more Amanda solo shenanigans. I hope you enjoyed. Next time, we will be going to the Dark Side of the Moon, everyone's favorite scenario. Maybe not. But I'm, again, as always, looking forward to what the campaign play-along organizers have set up for that scenario. Hope you enjoyed. Until then, take it easy, everyone.